she swears at him. "You're useless, Tommy. You have to ask me first. Fucking degenerates around here steal shit and then I'm in trouble." "Sorry." "Whatever. Just stay behind your register." She goes outside for 25 minutes to smoke cigarettes and argue with her mother over the phone. Tommy doesn't want to listen, but the fight blows in on the wind when the automatic doors open for customers. It's to do with babysitting Jolene's infant daughter next month when there's a concert on. He can hear they both want to go, Jolene and her mother, and neither sounds willing to give in. When Jolene returns, she's angry. Her face is red, and tiny white balls of saliva stick to her lips and stretch like gum across her mouth as she talks. "What are you looking at? You're always staring. It's weird." Tommy looks away. "I hate this place. Why would you want to come and live here, huh?" Jolene snarls at him. "You're fucking retarded." She walks off, picking quickly at the fleshy divide between her leggings as she turns up an aisle and disappears. Tommy bites down on his bottom lip and makes the face he does when he's angry. He wants to take her by the shoulders and shake her, tell her how lucky she is, that her life is good, that she should spend more time appreciating what she has and less time dreaming of winning the fucking lottery, which would make her no happier. He wants to tell her to stop wanting more. After work, he goes to the bakery. Meg Dunmore has his pie waiting for him in a brown paper bag that's darkened and blotchy with grease from the pastry. His mood has turned melancholic, and so he doesn't say more than he needs to, though he tries to appear interested. He once told Meg Dunmore that she looked pretty, and when she didn't respond at all, he wondered whether he hadn't said it loudly enough or whether she'd ignored him. He's berated himself many times since and vowed to try again. He drives home at dusk and the sun flickers and flares through the bottom edge of the eucalypt canopies. Every second car he passes is hauling a boat. Families scrambling to get to the river before feeding time. Kids imagining the mud between their toes and the clanging from inside the boat as it's pushed away from the bank. And the smell of beer as their father burps and twists the throttle and they rumble out to their spot. But Tommy doesn't see any of that. Instead, he looks at the twisted and gnarled trunk of the gum tree that stands alone on the shoulder of the road, away from the edge of the scrub. He keeps looking at it through his rear vision mirror after he's driven past it. His caravan is at the end of a row, in a camping ground that is deserted now that it's the middle of winter. There are a couple of backpackers in tents on the lawn, but they won't stay for more than a few nights. The cold moves them on, further north and towards the coast. In summer, though, the caravans are full and there's barely a patch of lawn spare. The air is smoky then, from the wood fire barbecues that cook all day. Tommy's caravan is white, with bands in different shades of blue halfway up the sides. The windows are covered with fly screens that disintegrate when touched, and he wants to have them replaced, but doesn't know of anybody in town who would do it. Inside, his bed is neatly made, covered by a mustard-coloured bedspread made from corduroys so worn it barely ripples under Tommy's hand when he flattens it out. From the ceiling fan, he's hung a little yellow tree that smells like vanilla, and on the small table he eats at, a single placemat and cutlery are arranged. His fridge is stacked tidily, and his stove, though old, is clean. His cupboards are full of food he's grown to like, canned stuff mostly, tins of seasoned salmon and tuna that blend easily and stick to pasta or rice. Tommy didn't care so much about neatness while he was growing up, but now it gives him some kind of comfort, self-respect. It was a habit he developed in prison, a means of attaching some kind of worth to the life he lived in there. 25 March 1989. Chris. Chris Morris was big. Had been fat as a kid before being transformed by puberty. He grew tall first, then broad, and the spools of boyish fat that had clung to his middle had stretched and almost disappeared. Today was his 18th birthday. He sat at the dining table with his father, sharing the insides of the Saturday paper. "Did you order the keg?" "Yeah, I'll pick it up later." "Thanks, Dad." His father Keith was a tall, heavy-boned man with a drooping moustache, and though his hair was thinning across his scalp, he wore it in loose curls over his ears and neckline. Chris's friends joked that he looked like the cricketer Dennis Lilly. He was a butcher, with a little shop in the village in between the Chinese restaurant and the bakery. Keith's Gourmet Meats was written in blue cursive above the neat cuts displayed in the shop's front window and on the T-shirts he'd had made. He knew all of his customers by name, made sure they got